This is a cherry tomato and a very small little bit of Malabar spinach growing in with it. Another cherry tomato and two clones that I stuck down there, and they're growing. I believe this is going to be a salad tomato and a bigger Malabar spinach in with that. This is a beefsteak. You can see I've got some pretty good, nice size ones in there so far. Growing. Cherry tomato. Beefsteak. This says it's a beefsteak, but I don't think it is. Maybe I'm wrong. This one is my black creme. These are Bet Alpha cukes. Oh my goodness. I got some fruit on it. I've already picked some. It looks kind of beat up, but this is not powdery mildew. It's just sunburn. I believe this is a black creme. This is my old beat up table that I used to work at, and I had you can see my shade cloth. I had like a little tent over it, but kind of went to heck, and I haven't used it this year. This is the tail end of my kale. It's beat up pretty bad. And there's a tomato got stuck in there. And these potatoes must be from last year. Tomatoes. My tent that I made, just put an old sheet over it. The poor things just get burned up. And these are some clones that I got going. These are my tubs that I save leaves and soil and things in for use. Ooh, that looks bad, doesn't it? Tomato. Some onions, and something happened to the purslane. I guess I should pull that out. Here's another little, oh, poor thing. It's not getting the right amount of water on a regular basis. Oh no, that's been hiding from me. Ugh. Oh my gosh, I'm tearing the whole vine down. Don't try to do things one-handed. These I think I'm going to have to pull pretty quick. Oh my goodness. Tomato. I just put these out yesterday, so they haven't adapted yet. They're looking kind of shabby. This is Kakuza. It makes the squash a real interesting. It's really a gourd, but we eat it like a squash. It's used for a squash. Makes a real interesting fruit because it's like a cross between a zucchini and a cucumber. At least that's how it tastes to me. My husband was doing something with the tractor drag through here. This was last year's garden, and I didn't mess with it. I'm just, whatever comes up, comes up. Gophers got in it and started tearing up, so I just gave up on it. Let it go. The reason we grow in tubs is because of the gophers. We have a lot of land, but the gophers are just awful. They're awful. We can't keep anything from getting ate up. I was trying to put my shade structure up, but I didn't make it through the day. It's 109 here. Cucumbers. These are the national pickling cucumbers, so yeah, they're not. I'm going to pick them because I don't want them to get big. And more tomatoes, some dill. This is yellow squash. My poor things that I stuck out yesterday. I should have put a shade cloth over. That one over there is zucchini. I clipped my green beans back all the way to the ground because they had powdery mildew, but looks like they're coming back good. My Swiss chard is still okay. I thought it would be dead by now from the heat. And this is a blackberry bush that I didn't get moved. We moved most of them over to the fence, but that one didn't get moved. Cherry tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. I don't know what they are. I lost track of which plants were which, so I just started sticking them in the ground anywhere. Jalapenos, tomatoes, tomatoes. My sage. And nothing came in these ones. They didn't do well. So I'm, whatever. And something ate my little squash plant. I need to put something else in there. Tomato. There's that deal. This is sweet potato. Poor old broccoli plant that left over from last year. Still trying. Sweet potato. Cantaloupes. Cantaloupe. Tomato, tomato. This is my nursery where I need to get some of these things out of these cups and put somewhere else. Tomato. This place is a mess. I never seem to get it cleaned up. Every time I start cleaning it up, I start doing something else. More clones. And I got a new planting spot. My husband, we had an in-ground garden over here, but the gophers kept killing everything, so we just gave up on it. And he's building me these boxes to put over here along the fence, so I can put some of the vining things. So I got this one full of dirt, waiting to be planted. And I got some other things planted inside the backyard. This is out in my back field. Oh, I got to share my fig tree. It is so awesome. These poor pecans are just, we should have trimmed them back. They're hanging on the ground practically. Look at this fig tree. Every little branch is just loaded up. Loaded up. It's crazy. It's 10 feet tall and 10 feet wide and loaded. I think this will be the best fig year we've ever had. Yep.